Thank you, Jesus. Praise be, everybody. Praise be. When the train goes, when you can hear the train, if you could just think about masturbation. Orgasm. Thank you. I'd like to start with a reading. It's from The Great Reset, COVID-19. Page 226. Humans are inherently social beings. Companionship and social interactions are a vital component of our humanness. If deprived of them, we find our lives turned upside down. Social relations are, to a significant extent, obliterated by confinement measures and physical or social distancing, and in the case of COVID-19 lockdowns. This occurred at a time of heightened anxiety when we needed them most. Rituals that are inherent to our human condition, handshakes, hugs, kisses, and many others, were suppressed. Loneliness and isolation resulted. For now, we know neither whether nor when we might return completely to our old way of life. I'm going to leave these books out so you can have a look during the break. I'm going to read out all your names. And I would like you to please put your hand up when I call your names. If you do not put your hand up during the roll call of name calling, you will have to leave the premises. Okay. So let's start. Teresa Green. Oh, she didn't turn up. Asif, she didn't turn up, Teresa Green, no? No, okay. Pubic hair. There's got to be here. There's got to be here. You've got to be putting your hands up. You do realise this, because otherwise there's a whole lot of you going out and you won't get your money back. Hey, where is he? Pew, great. Anita, breathe. Stupid rule. Thank you. Wayne, the car. Thank you. Bend over. Thank you. Mike Oxlong. Yeah, over there. Dwayne Pipe. Thank you. Mike Cunt. Yes, miss. Connie Lingus. Now, these two are cheating. They're trying to just do one PCR test, but you have to do two. Can we see Neil and Ida down, please? Where are Neil and Ida down? Okay, maybe they're in the toilet together. Radiator. Here, thank you. Wilma Dickfit. Mr. Fukovsky Bolokovich. Thank you. Jen Atalia. Hugh Giles. Anarchist. Rick O'Shea. Helen Back. Jimmy O'Brake. Nanya Binners. Thank you. Drew Peacock. Sheila Blige. Dick Puller. anti-vax, and Phil McCavity. Thank you very much. I've got all your details. So just a bit more about COVID safety. I'm taking it all that you've had your COVID test before you came in. Your LCPCG, JCP, JLS test, CPT kind of thing. Good. Where's my husband? My husband, we did ours together before we came, and I'd just like to say that your one did actually come out positive. But actually, I know this because I work in a college and I know how the whole system works. And when you've actually done a test and it comes up, you know it because you've actually seen it, it can still come out positive, and you know it's negative, it can still come out positive. So I've actually been in touch with the NHS track and fucking trace. I've been in touch with them, my husband, and I've told them that I was there when we did the test and it did say that it was negative. So could you please turn your phone off because they're going to be pinging you all night to check that you're at home. And I would suggest that anybody else, just in case, could you turn your phones off, please? Thank you. Okay. Right. Good. Got that out of the way. You may be wondering why I'm looking like a character from Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale. Has everybody heard of that book? Is there anybody that hasn't? Doesn't understand? Well, just in case you haven't, I'll just do a quick explanation of what the book's about. The book's about a dystopian time, a place and land where everybody is infertile, apart from a few women who are kind of refugee types and have run away. And those refugee type women that have run away get caught by the police and taken to the commander or a commander and their wives for them to cook, clean and shag to get a baby. Okay? Right. So I have written a sequel to Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale, and my sequel is called The Hand Job Maid's Tale, and it's set about sort of 20, 30 years in the future of that Margaret Atwood's story. And it's set at a period where all the handmaidens are postmenopausal, and it's a time where no one is fertile whatsoever, and it's the end of humanity. And the only things left to do on the planet is for the handmaiden to do a hand job with the commander. Does that make sense? Yes?
In the old days, and I'll be doing gigs and gigs and gigs and travelling around all over the place, and people are going to me, what's it like, Jonny? What's it like? What's first walkout? I've been back for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Anyway, I miss being patronised. Anyway, so the new rock and roll, and people go, what's it like, Jonny? What is it like? What is it like? What's it like? Admittedly, there's some people who say things like, what steps have you taken to look for work in the past fortnight? But we don't dwell on the negative. We go with the positive. Anyway, I wrote this poem as reportage back from the front line of the new rock and roll. It's called Portrait of the Artist at the Coalface of the New Rock and Roll. It's an old one, but I used to do it just to kind of try and get back into doing this kind of thing. Anyway, right, the new rock and roll. The new rock and roll! It's what I screamed into the face of the lady from the Literature Festival as we sped through the streets of the small Suffolk market town in her clapped out Nissan Micra. The new rock and roll! And that night, at the gig, the reading, I think I killed it. The ladies from the book club sighed and nodded. And the girl in the tweed trench coat with eyes as dusty and inviting as the windows of second-hand bookshops. I know. She slammed her head to the rhythm of rustled paper and awkward silence before we all melted off into the night like poems bleeding back into raw ink. The new rock and roll, and then the after party. Back at the B&B, the Litfest lady cracks open a yoghurt, lines up the Earl Grey slammers. As the girl with the bookshop eyes leads me to the bed, and as our Nurofen starts kicking in, we lower our heads and lick hobnob crumbs from the plump stomach of a naked librarian. That's how it ends, that's how it ends, that's how politics used to end. Like that. That's what it was like. You can't lick crumbs off someone's stomach with a fucking mask on.
Perform with Liz over the years. I remember the first time I did, and it was at Peckham Library, and a lady said to me, "Could you fill in a feedback form, please? And could you just tick the box saying you have a disability?" And then she looked me up and down and said, "Don't worry, depression counts." Yeah. But there's been no real incident since then, performing with Liz over the years, just 2 minor drownings. It's all been fine, and I am a bit worried about this performance this evening, because it's the first time I might actually be upstaged by a heater. Because that is the most exciting thing that is going on in this room, isn't it, really? It's like there's actually a marginal amount of warmth coming from a sort of orange glowing thing. Because everyone's grateful to be out, aren't they? We don't want to admit that we're fucking freezing. And everyone is wondering about murdering my girlfriend for her Canada Goose. But yeah, I am going to be shortly reading to you from my book, The Breakup Monologues, which was inspired a decade ago when I was dumped by email. What do you think of it? I did feel better about it once I corrected her spelling. And punctuation. And changed the font. Breakup does look better in wingdings. So, it's good, isn't it? Good, all this, lockdown. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'd like to say I'm happy. I'm happy to be out. But I have realised I quite like lockdown, actually. I know it's controversial. I did quite like lockdown. I don't mean lockdowns 2 and 3. I don't mean the sequels. They just got progressively shitter, didn't they? The sequels were no good. I mean the original lockdown. Lockdown number 1. Who liked cheer if you liked lockdown number 1? It was quite nice, wasn't it, when the weather was all sunny? It was just like a holiday. Brilliant. You just turned the news on and forgot about death. And it was okay, really, wasn't it? Everyone was just, in the parks, skipping through the fields, walking the dog, walking anyone's dog, walking any dog we could get our hands on, really, and just to be outside in the lovely sunny weather. And it was all right, really, wasn't it? And I think during lockdown I discovered something about myself. I discovered I am an introvert. And cheer if you're an introvert. Yay! Yes. Extroverts stay quiet. Because you might be thinking, right, Rosie, if you're an introvert, why would you do a job where you have to stand up in a room full of people all the time? No, actually, a lot of introverts do become comedians, because we realise we need a microphone just to get a fucking word in edgeways. And a little stage to step on. That's kind of what you need, really. So that's why a lot of us end up doing it. But I have to say I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that first lockdown. When the phone was ringing with all the things getting cancelled, all the really shit events you didn't want to go to anyway. You'd be like, "Hello, your heteronormative engagement party. It's cancelled." Oh no. Hello. What else are we up at cancelled? Your baby gender reveal party. It's cancelled. Oh no. Hello. My gig in the middle of nowhere with an audience that don't understand comedy. It's cancelled. Oh no. And then, we were all happily, weren't we, skipping along through the fields, walking the dog, walking someone else's dog, walking any dog you get our hands on. And we were all having a lovely time in lockdown number 1, not the sequels, not numbers 2 and 3, they were shit. We were all having a lovely time, but then some fucker, some arsehole, probably an extrovert, invented Zoom. Fucking hell, what the fuck? And so then the phone was like, hello? Oh, your heteronormative engagement party. I've got to join you by video link. What the fuck? Your boring gender reveal baby bullshit party thing. I can't remember what it was. But it sounds shit. I've got to join you on Skype. What the fuck? My gig that was in the middle of nowhere. Oh, well, it is better if I do that online, actually. But can the audience please not turn all the microphones on and then do their washing up really loudly? That would be helpful. But I think lockdowns 2 and 3. The thing is, because my partner wasn't going out to work, and that was quite nice in lockdown 1, the original, not the sequel. And in lockdown number 1, that was quite nice. But then in lockdowns 2 and 3, we started getting in each other's way a bit. And I just mean physically, actually, because our hair had grown so large. Because my girlfriend's got curly hair, and it sort of just grows outwards this way. It's like a sort of perpendicular Rapunzel. So I'd be like, are you in the kitchen? I won't come in yet then. Because hairdressers rule the world now, don't they? Is there any hairdressers in? No, they're busy. They're working. It is such demand. They can charge what the fuck they like, can't they? I went to my salon and I can only afford the stylist that's 12 years old.
Welcome the amazing Morrissey.
Very nice to be back at Perverse Verse, and I really appreciate the invite, Liz. These next 2 songs hark back to my dating years before I was lucky enough to eventually meet my husband. You asked me to go with you to Dover Castle. You asked me to go with you to Dover Castle. Doesn't that sound lovely? But after the last 8 dates, I think I know what you'll talk about. Your ex-wife, your ex-girlfriend, your job and sports ad nauseum. Ad nauseum. And at times I'll try to interject my little personality. Maybe you'll get to know me. And at times I'll try to interject my little personality. Maybe you'll get to know me. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to go to Dover Castle? You have free tickets because of your connections at English Heritage. How prestigious of you. You asked me to go with you to Dover Castle. We can climb the great tower and visit the underground hospital. Oh, how exciting. But after the last 8 dates, I think I know what you'll talk about. Your ex-wife, who you have a very toxic relationship with. Your ex-girlfriend, who you're clearly still in love with. Your job is some kind of important VP. And sports like cricket and rugby. Ad nauseam. Ad nauseam. and possibly the new clothes you bought at Reese during the sale. Lucky for you, you never gain weight. And you're tall, how advantageous for you. Oh, where am I? Where have I gone? I don't know. Oh yes, I'm sitting here with you, eating a halloumi salad and you asked me to go with you to Dover Castle, so you can talk more about you, but in a grand historical setting. Oh, how delightful. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to go to Dover Castle? Oh, wouldn't it be nice to go to Dover Castle alone, or with friends, or with anyone but you?
My screenplay. Now for this, I'm going to play the main part because I am the hand job maiden. I'd like to have I'd like to have my commander, a commander who looks a bit like Joseph Fiennes, preferably with a beard. Anybody want to play the part? It doesn't have to be a man. It can be a woman. Or a they. Martin, come on, Martin. You're going to play the commander. Come on, Martin. Well, round of applause for Martin. I also need someone to read out the stage directions. Rob, you're a director. We have a theatre director. So I'd like you to. This is a rehearsal. We've never done this before, but it's going to be West End soon. So these are the stage directions. They're highlighted, but you don't have to. Actually, you can read that. You can read all the bits in orange. Yeah. This one's yours. You're the commander. The one's in blue. Okay. And I'm the hand job maiden. No.
Molly, sing us a few notes. We need some notes. Molly. Theme tune.
Okay, Commander. Joseph Fiennes look like preferably with beard. Handjob maiden Liz Bentley. Commander is standing in his bed chamber.
Handjob maiden, hitherto, I'd like my daily handjob.
Praise be. Praise be. You do not want to get near me.
Why, oh handjob maiden?
She puts on her virus. No idea what that means.
Oh, I see. Oh, not yet.
Scratches his beard.
Are you tricking me? I know you have a master's degree in mind, body and psychotherapy. You can treat me.
Praise be! If I give you psychotherapy, does that mean no hand job for today
Yes, the virus has put me off my stiffy.
Thank you so much for Rob for stage direction. And Martin for the amazing round point. The Skippy has gone.
Hi, thank you. Still got it. I sort of opened my shows. I remember historically, this is more about memory than anything else for me tonight. I opened my shows with a series of jokes which don't really work. And they require quite a bit of explanation before I do the jokes, because otherwise they're pointless. Because you wouldn't understand what I was talking about, and they wouldn't be funny, even though they're probably not that funny anyway. But we'll crack on and we'll do it funny. We're here for anyway. We're not here for long.